Hey there, this is Frank Yosa, CEO of Ketone. Today I'm going to talk about mixing ketone ester and caffeine, and specifically coffee, and I'll touch upon MCT oil, which is a no-no, but that's a separate video. Why not to drink ketone ester with MCT oil? So make sure to watch that link up there. So here's the deal with, sorry, I'm walking around here watching my daughter, making sure she doesn't get into trouble while the other boys are at track practice. So ketone esters or actually any ketones and caffeine, let me tell you what happens. The ketones will multiply the caffeine. So if someone ever tells me that they've taken the ester and then that they're feeling jittery, I always say, how much coffee did you have? And they said, well, how did you know I had coffee? How did you know it wasn't the drink? Because it won't do that. The drink will make you less anxious and lower anxiety, but when you combine it with caffeine, it can multiply, or will multiply the caffeine, sometimes 2 or 3x, or even people that say, I don't feel caffeine at all, suddenly they're saying, boom, they felt that it hit them, in the head as far as, clarity and stuff like that. And I've said to them, hey, I'd love to take credit for that being the ester, but I think that was the caffeine finally being delivered, finally getting across the blood-brain barrier, through using the ester. So what you can do is a few things. First of all, some people, I've got this, idealistic dream that somehow people would stop taking caffeine altogether because of all the negative consequences of caffeine, because it's a stimulant. It takes energy from one part of the day and, makes you crash later on in the day and messes up your sleep and stuff like that. But with keeps on going up the hill. So what you can do is you can try to wean off of caffeine completely, but that can take like 40 days. Or you can do like a half calf, so half the caffeine or fewer cups than you're normally used to doing. That's one technique. But I would not add any MCT oil to that. If you want to try liquid coconut oil, which doesn't go through the liver the same way as a strong C8, then maybe, but I wouldn't add that. So one option is Ltheanine. So Ltheanine is a common biohack that people add with caffeine to lower the jitters. So you could do that together. You could do the ester, caffeine, and Ltheanine. But I wouldn't suggest Ltheanine with the ester because they're both anti-anxiety, and you stack them together. I took it 2 days in a row and I was just feeling just not lethargic, just unmotivated was the word. And then I thought, wait a second, why am I taking Ltheanine? If there's no caffeine jitters to combat, all I'm doing is compounding the Ltheanine. So I axed that. So I'd recommend only taking the Ltheanine if you're adding ketone esters and caffeine. You also want to make sure if you're taking any supplements that have caffeine in them, that you could be feeling the caffeine effects of those supplements. So that is definitely something to consider. So this is why a lot of the ketone salts, they try to push the caffeinated versions, because the ketone salts, especially the racemic ones, are so weak that you just really, most people won't feel or notice anything. But when they combine caffeine, they might say that it's only the same as a cup of coffee, but it can get multiplied. Even that small amount can get, the caffeine can get multiplied. So that's why they, try to push that product, because then you might feel it. But what you're feeling, I think, is the caffeine. So again, I'm Frank Yosa. A lot more stuff on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. You'll find stuff here that you're not going to find repeated anywhere else. Ketone salts versus ketone ester. I'll pop that up in one of the videos. Talk about us versus our competitors on the ester space. And again, don't mix it with MCT oil. Gotta make sure you watch that. All right, thanks. Ciao. Email me if you have any questions. Frank at ketone.com. People are amazed when they say that they heard it in the video and they thought I'd be too busy and I wouldn't reply, and a couple hours later they got a reply. All right, thanks. Bye.